Welcome everybody to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latiners Network, ready to go over all the shows, documentaries, etc. released on streaming over the past week. Give you best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be. And of course, at the end of the show, we'll let you know what's coming out over the next 2 weeks of releases so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always from Houston, Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, what it is, what it was, what it shall be.
What's going on, brother? What's new this week?
A whole lot is new this week. Future ass kickings in fantasy football.
Hey, I won all 3 games last week, finally.
Oh, look at that. You off the schneid.
I'm off to 0 for
All
nothing. I'm 1-8.
right.
Yay!
First win. Congratulations. Look at that. Better late than never,
and
I would say.
and I'm super excited for Trump Stadium. I can't
Trump
wait.
Stadium, in I guess pending
Stupid
construction. Was
ass.
that approved already? Not his name, but the
No,
stadium.
no,
The,
no, no.
the
That's
stadium
his
itself.
his.
No, but the stadium itself.
I mean, it's not only that he had the gall to ask him and after, but that he wanted it for free. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you cheap ass
Listen,
motherfucker.
if you don't ask, you don't get. So I don't blame anybody for asking.
Even if you ask, you still
Yeah,
don't
if
get.
I go and take your name after me, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna pay for it. No,
Stupid
but
motherfucker,
I'll
man.
ask for it. We do that Jose Stadium at RFK.
Guy,
It's
the
all
gall
good.
on that guy, man. He's
But
ridiculous.
but that said, we're gonna talk about interesting shows this week, and it's a next couple of holidays coming into play, so a lot of releases coming out.
Yeah, yeah, true that.
If you're new to the channel, we're here every Sunday, letting you know what you should be
I'm looking
watching.
forward to all those Hallmark Christmas
A
movies.
lot of
Love it.
Hallmark. Netflix already started dropping their
That's right, they
Christmas
did.
movies. They're like the new
Oh,
Hallmark.
Apple 2, The
You know,
Family Plan 2, or I don't know. Was that a Christmas movie? I don't even know. Sounds like it.
that's not a Christmas movie. Well, maybe it
Okay,
is. It
sorry.
takes place in Christmas, but it's not the Hallmark. Netflix. Netflix has done a lot of those like super cheesy holiday movies,
Yeah,
and look,
yeah, the Hallmark.
people love
Yeah.
that shit. So whatever, if you're into that, they're already dropping already. Or just about to drop. So we're
True,
not going to
true
mention
that.
this show because that's something we watch personally. But again, every Sunday, if you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, help us out, join us every week. And of course, that said, let's get into it. We'll start with about 12 people highly anticipating this, the 12 subscribers. Well, 11, we're not going to count yourself. Robin Hood, a new series based on we've seen Robin Hood 1,000 times in films and TV. I don't have MGM. I'm not the 13th person who's going to
And
subscribe.
animated. And don't forget the animated
Animated
versions.
and whatever. It's been around. So I guess it's a reimagining or whatever, retelling, whatever you want to call it. So Chewy, Robin Hood, yay or nay on this one?
I say yay. I say yay. They dropped 2 episodes.
Okay.
They sacrificed one of the episodes, which is so weird. I was like, okay, they dropped 2 episodes of this, but they held back an episode of Billy the Kid, which is the western that I've enjoyed
Oh,
at
okay.
MGM.
Okay.
But yeah, I was actually, it has Ned Stark, who's still alive after two
He's still alive.
episodes, so
Okay. Well,
that's
that's.
that's something new.
Was it Bean? What's his name? I forget his name.
Yeah,
Uh, but
it's
yeah.
definitely a grounded take on the lore, I guess. I was curious if any of this is based on actual characters or if this is completely made up. I was curious about that because they portray it as something that when you look at it, okay, maybe it is based on something kind of like the mythos of of the Knights of the Round Table and those guys, kind of loosely based on real guys, but it's all obviously fantasized, right,
Of
for
course.
themes and whatnot. So, but fairly interesting, and so I'm gonna keep watching it.
Okay. Well, there you made 10 people potentially very happy. You're keeping MGM subscribed, so good for you. The next one here is a Sunday show,
I'll
10:30
say I'll
show.
say there is no what's his name? The last movie that came out with Edgerton and um
Oh, the
uh
Robin Hood movie.
yeah, Edgerton. Who was the other guy?
I
Oh
don't
God, the
even,
comedian.
I don't even know to be
Um,
honest with you who was in that movie. I don't think I even saw that one.
you met him once at a Christmas party in Miami one time.
Oh, Jimmy Fox.
Yes, yeah, no
Oh,
Jamie Foxx, no
okay.
Edgerton. So,
Probably would have made it even better. Uh, no,
stop it.
that was, I heard of, I never saw it, but I heard his dog shit. Either way, so Love LA is a new show on HBO Max, dropping after, of course, it trying to draw some of the same crowd, I guess, to watch this
And
show.
and and after watching this, I hate LA. That I'm
that
sorry, dude.
that could be the
You
other
talk about
title.
you talk about dog shit. this show. I'm sorry, I had to jump in there. I don't want to
No.
watch this. I don't want to talk about this. Take it off your list. Move on. Sorry, HBO. This is a comic fail.
Yeah, I like the first scene of it. It was kind of funny with the earthquake and his little
Well,
sex scene.
that
That was
okay.
kind of
That was
funny.
it. Okay,
I know.
yeah.
I'm just letting you know what I was
That was
investing.
so, dude.
But yeah, other than that, I wasn't laughing. It's got good reviews. It kind of surprises me. Maybe it gets better, but I don't know. I just don't feel like
Not
waiting
to
out.
me, man. Not to me.
Yeah,
It does. It's just.
just waiting about 10:30 to watch this. I'm not sure it's really worth anyone's time, to be honest with you.
It's not. I don't. I
Um,
didn't laugh once, dude. Not
I
even
just
that
laughed
first
when the
opening
early
scene.
scene. I kind of it's kind of funny, but other than that, I was just like, I don't know what we're doing with this. Whatever. It is
Yeah.
what it is. But yeah, we're on the same page on that one. Hulu. We got a thing going on here. All's Fair. This was a new
Oh
Hulu show
God. Oh
dropping
Jesus
two
Christ.
episodes. This one went to a few women who break off from, I guess, a law firm, male dominated, and then want to start their own female led divorce attorney group or whatever the case is. Interesting cast, Anna Paulson, is that her name? I don't know if
And
anybody.
yeah. Paulson.
Glenn Close is in this.
I
It's
mean,
a
they
top
got some
notch,
heady hitters, dude.
and of course, at the very lead, Kim
Now,
Kardashian.
gun to your head. I love LA or all's fair.
um, man, dog shit, man. This is the worst show on TV
This is
this
even
year.
worse than I love LA. At least I love LA didn't irk me. This
No,
show
this
is just
is horrendous. I watched
the,
about 35 minutes and I just could not do it anymore.
that was 33 minutes too long,
No,
dude.
it's terrible. Kim Kardashian as the lead against these actresses, it's a joke. It's a
Is the
joke.
worst decision made
Oh my
ever,
god,
dude. She
horrendous.
is she's acting like this. She's what you're watching the Kardashian, that whatever reality
I think she's
Kardashian
better than
shows.
the
It's just
Kardashians, and then this, and that's a sad statement.
yeah,
Um,
pretty much.
yeah, this whole
It is just
the premise
it's
is
terrible.
terrible. I get the whole women empowerment, nothing wrong with that. I get that, but you got women
But
against
it's so
it's
exaggerated,
exaggerated,
and
and yeah, women
it's
against
almost to the, it's actually beyond comical
it
with the
really
cases
is
they take, the
ridiculous.
leaving, they're starting a boutique, they're all rich all of a sudden. It's like, what is this? What am I
And
watching,
even
dude?
you say you've watched 3 minutes like towards it takes some case and they underhanded stuff to help a wife who's cheating on the husband. This is a legitimate wife cheating on the husband, and she wants a divorce, and they're trying to protect her, and they scam her way out of some situation. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
I
just
can't deal with it. You can't even root for him, right? I get if you representing women who are bad and all that. I get all that. But yeah, women against women. That goes against what the show, is trying to establish. And now, women empowerment, but yet only women can get rich by divorcing the husband, taking half. That's not the kind of message the show should be sending out, essentially. But that's just the beginning of the iceberg. It's terrible. It's so bad. It's the short. I shared Short Leash last week, and I was right on this one.
a short leash. They should have no leash, dude. Look, dude, pull
Horrendous.
an old Yeller, dude.
And I know, and I apologize to any dog owners out there. Calling it dog shit is an insult to dog shit.
Sorry, Gizmo, we're not talking
Yeah,
about you.
sorry. The dog shit deserves better than this show. How about that? Really bad. Next one.
Next.
Next one. Thankfully, we're getting some much better stuff here. We got the second season of Squid Game Challenge. Of course, the reality show based off the highly successful show, which of course garnered its success via the watch list. So just I'm keep harping on that, but it's as facts are facts. The show was brought up here and it became famous after we talked about it. I don't know. Do the math. That said, I like the first season. I'm not big on reality shows. This one's actually very interesting. It really does drama well, and has some really cool, interesting decisions that the contestants need to make. It's kind of fascinating. I'm enjoying it. I'm like season 2. I think they dropped 8 episodes.
Well,
Dropping
no,
8
they
more on
dropped
Tuesday.
4.
Oh no, it's 4.
Yeah, they
Dropping
dropped
4
4,
this Tuesday,
then
and,
3, and then
and the
1.
finale.
Yeah.
Right?
Which
Doing that one.
which is it's a excuse me. In the word of binging, I like it because it extends the life
Sure.
of staying in relevant pop culture, right? The discussions, the
For at
water
least
cooler
for at
talk,
least 3 or 4 weeks
right?
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, at least, right?
Yeah.
Because with
At least
reality,
that.
you're trying who's the winner, right? But this show, I mean, it is just brutal, man. I
It
mean,
really is brutal, man.
you have to be more lucky than actually good at these games. I mean, some of the games you got, the teams you form, okay, you got to have some skill, but some of them not. Literally, they arrive and immediately half of you are
Half of you
leaving
out.
right now. I was like, gee, they don't even take out the toothbrush. My
Yeah,
God, man, give me a shot.
waste any time. at all.
And the secret challenges and disadvantages, those are, oh my god, dude, it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
jeez,
it's one of those shows like being taking the being the bad guy route doesn't always pay off, and being the good guy doesn't pay off. There really is no answer.
no,
Yeah,
no, because I
there is no
mean,
answer, which is great. It just
like
makes it
like
interesting.
I think the first disadvantage, like just pick three people, any three people to go. Like fuck,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
Jesus, like
and what are you
you
gonna
could be minding your own, but do nothing wrong, and you
do?
still
You're damned if you
out.
don't, damned if you do. That's one of those situations like you vote people out, they're gonna hate you. It is what it is, right? But it
Yeah,
makes the show kind of fun, right? So it's very interesting. I'm a fan of this for sure, man.
yeah,
Yeah, no doubt. I think till Tuesday, and then I think before
yeah.
Thanksgiving, the
Tuesday
last
and then
episode.
the
Yeah,
Tuesday after the Thanksgiving week, I
the Thanksgiving
think, or
weekend, right? Which is again a smart. I wish Netflix. I know Stranger Things is a show that will be doing something like that and has done that in the past.
oh, finally, yeah, because they're
Uh,
breaking it up
right. What?
over
That,
Chris, not
yeah, three months.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and
Yeah, or
the
2 months.
finale and New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Yeah,
Yeah, even
which
I
is
think
great.
so that's I think they should do more of that. Arcane did it to some degree, three episodes a week. It needs more
Mhm.
like that, right? Not necessarily once a week, but like 2 or 3 a week. I think it'll be interesting because it satisfies you're in the middle. They actually like to binge and those like to watch weekly. You kind of caught in the middle, which is a good
Now I
thing.
know your wife
Yeah.
will hate it, so
She'll hate it.
you'll be forced to wait till the end,
Oh no,
sucker.
I still watch. I just have to rewatch it sometimes. Make no mistake. Next one here, we got a limited series, Death by Lightning. This is a 6 episode, no, four
Four,
episode, four
four
episode,
episode.
4 episode, which I did finish watching the 4 episodes. Michael Shannon's in this, Matthew McFadden. This tells a story, of course. I mean, listen, Trump, Clinton, Lincoln, meaningless exploits in comparison to the greatness that is James Garfield, the president no one knew and no one remembers he got assassinated. Let's be honest here. So he's this guy, Michael Shannon plays, of course,
I mean,
the
but
president.
you say this, and I watch this. I'm like, it makes you care because
No,
it's not
no,
like he was a nobody. I mean, obviously you
no,
take
he
it
was
with
a
the at the
somebody,
times
of course.
1880 elections,
It was a
right?
long time ago. I mean, like, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
more
yeah.
than 140, yeah,
Yeah.
140 years ago,
Mhm.
but it's still part of U.S. history. But fairly interesting, but the way they portray the story and his literally sudden rise
Mhm.
to who this Guiteau character was. And
Yeah.
even in the first episode, it's kind of funny how they did a little flash forward, and there's a jar in the
Oh,
like our
right.
presidential archives, rolls out, it has the name, the brains of James Guiteau, and the guy's like, who?
Yeah.
uh, it's kind of funny because it literally is who, right? Because you don't,
No one
Garfield's
knows this
not
guy. We know
on the
John. Yeah,
forefront
we know
of
John.
anyone's
Yeah,
mind as far as presidents.
we know John
Uh,
Wilkes Booth. Yeah, obviously Lee Harvey
yeah, you know
Oswald.
him
We
because
know those
obviously,
guys,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
this guy who
But
killed the
Guiteau
president.
and Garfield are like lost in
Yeah.
history, but they are part of U.S. history, and it's for interesting how they portrayed it. It made you care to a certain degree about the times and the man, and obviously the guy who decided to assassinate him for whatever reason.
Yeah, mentally unstable to say least. This really well
Yeah,
done, man. 4
yeah.
episodes was a great decision. And they didn't bore you with like this is the life of Jane. When we came, it just gives you like on the eve, not the eve of his presidency, but
Well, and
a short
his
time
ascendancy
before. Right, right.
for helping speak for one of the candidates, all of a sudden he's thrust to the nomination because of a speech he made,
Right.
and then becomes president, and then the political back and forth with him and his vice president. 'Cause at that time, the vice presidents were
Chester.
selected by the
Yeah.
delegates as well. It wasn't
Mhm.
by voting or the ticket, right? And that guy was another guy who literally came from nothing. I mean, he was the New York City exports control guy, taking a lot of money, and it's like, played great by Nick Offerman. Love that guy.
Yeah, they got him great. Yeah.
Um, and the things going on back and forth. And yeah, and, this guy came from nowhere. And he literally became president after Garfield was assassinated.
Yeah,
You're like,
I think he
okay.
lasted like a few months in presidency. I remember how long it was exactly.
He was killed in March, or yeah, no more than 2 or 3 months,
Two or
I
three
think.
months,
Once
right?
he yeah.
Exactly. And I think he was
So
interesting. I didn't know about that. He died like 2 months after he got shot. It was an infection that killed him, technically speaking. Um,
okay. I
yeah.
didn't know.
Oh, you're not there
Well,
yet.
thank you
Okay.
for spoiling.
Well,
Appreciate it.
it's in the history books. So it's not a spoiler. But it takes a month before he actually dies, which I was not aware of.
Okay, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's interesting. I was like, oh, I thought, and I read up on it. The show's pretty accurate. Some things they omit,
okay.
pretty accurate though. But it's a really good show,
Well,
man.
there's some things they add, obviously, for dramatic effects.
Yeah,
So
obviously, of course, but it's really well done. Both guys are great in this. This is a potential future Emmy nominated show. I think personally.
It was very good. I mean, like I
Yeah,
said, the
it's really
cast
good.
is a
It's
lot.
really
There's
good.
a heavy cast. Guys, you've seen it. The guy senator from New York. We did last time I saw him was Dead Reckoning,
Oh yeah,
right?
sure,
Mission
Mission Impossible.
Impossible. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the son of the Voight character,
Hmm.
right?
One of the agents. Yeah,
The other guy we've seen in West Wing. We've seen him when he was in actually Handmaid's Tale.
yeah,
He was one of the main characters there. So, like I said, other guys you'll see and recognize from many shows on
yeah. Really
TV
well
and
done. Yeah,
movies.
the 4 episodes I thought was a great move. Just gives you enough, and it's really interesting. So I really like that one also. Good for them on that. It's a really good show. Highly recommend.
Mhm.
Next one, we got a film. Guillermo del Toro, Oscar-winning director, of course, Frankenstein. His version on take on Frankenstein. He's a visionary director. Does a lot of good stuff. He's been nominated several times.
Mhm.
Even Pinocchio, which I really liked, an animated
Oh, I
one.
love his
Yeah,
version of Pinocchio
yeah,
was outstanding. That
yeah,
stop motion one.
yeah. It was
I
really
mean, he
cool. Yeah,
is he does live action stop motion. I mean, he's done it all. I mean, he's
yeah.
great, man.
He's
He
great,
did.
and he's got that style. And this one, no different. That kind of gothic kind of feel, incredible color. I mean, the design here is great off the bat. Everything looks awesome in this movie. It looks great. Creature design, it's exactly what you get from Del Toro. All that's there. Oscar Isaac, of course, playing Victor Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
Wrong movie.
Well, I can talk about classic.
Though that is a Mel Book classic. I'll tell
No
you all
classic.
that.
There's no
I
question.
love that. I saw it when I was a kid
Yeah,
and still love it,
yeah.
dude.
Frankenstein is the best.
Frankenstein.
Of course, takes the lead here. Listen, I liked the movie. I don't think it was great. I liked it. Visually, it's fantastic, and I love the creature stuff. The guy who played Frankenstein is fantastic. That was really good. So it was good. It was well done. It follows obviously the original with the Mary Shelley's, of course, version, the original version of the story for the most part. There are some changes in there, but it's his vision. I enjoyed it. Wasn't mad I watched it. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's like be nominated for anything like that. At least I don't think so. But it's still a good movie. The Toro knows what he's doing, and I'm not surprised. But yeah, for me, it's still a recommend. Chewy.
No, man, I really like that a lot. Actually, I think I liked it more than you did.
No, I like that a lot, but I just
Just
didn't
the
love it at the same time.
story.
Yeah.
I mean, we know enough about Frankenstein and the various iterations and horror movies, and you, we keep going back to Brooks' version of Frankenstein.
That's
Um,
the benchmark of great
that's the
Frankenstein
bar.
movies, as
That's
far as
the
I'm
bar,
concerned.
dude.
But that's just me.
but overall, I mean, I love the story. Down to its core, it was a a father son relationship
Yeah.
or lack thereof,
Yeah.
and which we kind of see that at the denouement at the end, right, about that, and
Mhm.
and so that's really tugs at the heartstring a little bit if you can kind of bypass some of the horror. Not it's not even horror elements, right, but it's just
Not really.
he's always considered the monster, right, not
Right.
because of the way he looks, but I mean it does some of the action that you see, and then you get the two perspectives, right? You get Victor's perspective of what happened, then you get the monster's perspective. So it's kind of broken into two parts, right? Now, as each is telling their story from how they saw it, and you get the full picture, right, of what happened, what's going on. But I think beautifully done, well shot,
Yeah.
looks
It
great.
looks
The
fantastic.
lab scenes were amazing. Um, yeah, and so overall, I mean, if you're really into these type of movies, this is one you definitely
Oh
have
no,
to
this
get
is
must
this is
watch.
definitely in that 10%. I always say you get 10% good movies on Netflix. This is one of them for sure.
Oh
Um,
no, no, this is
yeah,
this is this is this
yeah,
is a category that's definitely you
yeah.
talk about Guillermo del Toro. He doesn't make
No,
shit.
no, no.
He doesn't make dog
No, he
shit.
doesn't make that. He makes good stuff. No, no question. I mean, if he gets nominated, it's because of the technical stuff, and it should. I think speaking, dude. And there's some graphic scenes. Like when they show some graphic, goddamn.
Oh well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Whew.
with some of the
Love it.
with the family month, but even with the wolf
Oh my
scene, I'm
god, that
like,
was awesome.
holy cow.
Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat shit. It was like that. But again, but it's really cool. But it's not like a horror film. That's not what the movie
And
is.
it's good to see Walder Frey eating again.
That's true. Gotta eat. People gotta eat. And also
Also of Harry Potter fame.
with
So
yeah, and Tyrion, which is got the main guy. It's very good. Very well done film. I for sure recommend. No doubt about it. For sure.
yeah.
The last one here is one I was highly anticipating. I think a lot of people were. Vince Gillian's new show, of course, creator of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, stellar shows. As Pluribus on Apple Plus, dropping 2 episodes, starring Ray. I forgot her name, but she was the
Seahorn. Ray
yeah, yeah,
Seahorn.
same one. Yeah, that was one of the leads in Better Call Saul, of course. Saul's girlfriend at the time, the lawyer.
Mhm.
This one here, no one knew anything about it. We barely knew anything about going into the show. very curious
And
about it.
even the description didn't really
The
give me
description does,
anything as far as
yes.
they did a great job of giving me a description that when you look at the show, like, okay, it makes sense, but no way would you imagine that this is what they meant.
Correct. Yeah. So bare essence. We'll keep this very spoiler free because this is the less you know, probably the better, I think. But there's
Yes.
some sort of infection, virus, or whatever you want to call it.
Jerry, that's for you. Watch the show,
Yeah. There you
please.
go. But that's infected the entire world, I guess, kind of like a pandemic. You see, that part of the show is not new. We've seen this before, whether it be zombies or contagion and stuff like that, right? We've seen that, but taking that and twisting in a different way, I thought was greatly done. Now you have this one woman who's an author. It's very cynical, I guess, lack of a better description. And she's one of the few of those who are not affected. I think there's a handful of people who are unaffected by what humans have now become, right? And there's not monsters, nothing like that. I don't want to paint that picture. But I would say, well, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to say too much. But she now
Yeah.
finds herself like, okay, what do I do? How do I stop this if I can, kind of thing. 2 episodes. I'll let you go first on this one.
No, man, man, this is, I was excited for this. We obviously were huge fans of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. We've become fans of ABQ for whatever reason, which he seems to can't get away from New Mexico. Which, hey, man, fine, that's good, man. It's a great place to go shoot stuff.
If it ain't broke, that's the philosophy,
There
right?
you go, man.
Okay.
Makes you want to go retire to New Mexico or somewhere,
For
man.
real. He knows something that we don't, apparently, so whatever.
But like I said, the way they presented the story, which I'd seen the trailers, but really didn't give me much.
Yeah.
And I understand. And then once I started seeing, okay, well, how is this sci-fi? How is this related? Like, wow, this is an interesting take. The first episode kind of laying out the groundwork, and this episode deep diving into the people and the people that are still human, but the interaction between them. Bringing in that one guy who brings in
That
Air
guy's
Force One.
that guy's the man right there. I don't know what to tell you.
He's really taking advantage of the situation.
Maybe
He's
the best
taking.
character on TV this year, man. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I mean, he knows what you're right. Take advantage of the situation, and he knows what.
Yeah, I mean, big time. I mean, he has access to everything.
He
It's
knows
like,
what the score is. He's reading the room, and he's doing what he can. So good for him.
Yeah. But really, really interesting, really getting into it. And so I'm curious to see, how this develops, because I assume this is a multi-season show.
Correct.
2 or 3 seasons, maybe. I'm not sure what they plan or what he's planned.
I heard he planned for 3. That's what I read. So
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm curious as far as the pace and how it goes and how this is ultimately resolved. I'm very, very interested in that.
Yeah, dude, it's a huge recommend. I really enjoyed the show. I mean, I got good reviews leading into it. I think I think our sister texted me yesterday and she was like, "Should I watch it?" I think you should. She loved it. She really jumps on shows this early. She usually waits.
Rarely, dude. I mean, she
Rarely,
was like still watching Ted Lasso
Yeah,
like a
for real.
couple months ago.
But she
Good
jumped on.
Lord.
She loved it. But listen, it's a fascinating show. The first episode's cool. Like I love how it ended. Like when it starts revealing what's kind of going on, you're like, "Oh wow, that's very interesting." Again, what happens to humans is not like a new idea, but again, it's taking these concepts that we know and kind of flipping it around. But that second episode, the questions it brings up as to particularly the benefits of what's going on was fascinating. Seeing these people who aren't how they feel about what's going on, right? And the contradictions and I guess philosophies of, well, is this really a bad thing? Is it? Who knows? That's a really interesting question that brings up. I think will be the crux of the show. I am curious, can he maintain it for 3 seasons? I don't know.
That's why
Where this go, right?
Will this become a race to resolving it to where she?
It's an interesting question. We don't know what surprises. It can't just be this premise for the rest of the 3 seasons. There's going to be something else introduced, I assume, right? But even
I would think so. I mean,
and even
because
we
we don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, still a lot of questions, but where did this ultimately come from, right?
Yeah.
And is there a counter to this from another culture or something, right? Because
perhaps
it's kind of opens up a bigger of are we alone up there, right?
And that I could. So this can really escalate to a good. I mean, again, this could fall flat, but it was like Lost or Manifest, which good ideas and just tank. But
Manifest is no, dude. Lost had
interesting premises. They just don't know how to continue, right? They have to stand it out to how This show could be actually if it shows up. Right.
No, he knows what he's doing.
Right.
Right. I
He
mean,
knows what the end game is. Hulu sees the plans. His idea until something comes up. He usually some things usually work. Right. Whether you like the plan or not, the plan is at least there. So I'm hoping he knows what he's doing, and we're gonna get something very interesting. It's a really good show off to a really start. I mean, this could have like a Severance kind of rise where a lot of people know about it because you don't know what it is. But I think it might get a lot of word of mouth. I'm hoping it does
yeah,
anyway.
because Severance was the same way. It
Yeah.
didn't get much from the trailers. Didn't know what was going on,
Mhm.
and then we got the twist, and we were like, once you got the door hook,
And Party
and,
Body up, right? So I hope this show gets the same kind of love because it's really good. It's very interesting. This could end up being what the hell are they doing, or it could be fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
True
It
that.
could be one of the two, depending where he goes. But really enjoy it. She's great. What her face, her name again? She's fantastic in the show. Talk about, reeks of Emmy nomination right there. It's in the air. It's in the air. But no, it's really good. Really good. Highly recommend. Apple Plus, again, doing what they do. And they come up with these quality shows, man. Like every few months, they get something that's great. And for sure, this is one of them, as far as I'm concerned. How it ends. We'll definitely be circling back on this show by the time this is over. I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So that's for the week. I said a lot of good stuff in there. Well, take away the early shows. A lot of good stuff in the middle of the
Yeah,
week.
yeah. Take away the L.A. and whatever that lawyer
Ooh.
wannabe show. Yeah, get that out of here, man. Shoot.
Just got to take a shower after watching this show just to wash that off me. So let's talk about next couple weeks, man. A lot of stuff coming out in the pipeline. Beginning on the 10th, we got, I believe it's tomorrow, no? I don't know, not tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yes.
Oh, it is
Monday.
tomorrow. Okay, we got an anime show on Prime, Bat Fam. Of course, Batman related show and comedic show, Batman, I guess, with the family or whatever the case is, and something along those lines. So I'm hoping that
And I enjoy a lot of the animation that comes out of Amazon Prime. So they did good stuff.
Yeah, they're done well for sure. So we'll definitely give it a shot. On the 13th, we got the Beast in Me. I think it's a limited series.
Yes.
Claire Danes in this one. I forgot the other guy's name. There's been a lot of stuff, but I guess some author who has moved out is the neighbor, Claire Danes. Apparently, is not what she seems to be. Potential murder, something like that. So kind of those classic Netflix thrillers. On the 13th as well. I had the third here on the 13th. That's this one fascinates me. Korean show, Last Samurai Stand.
Yes, man. I think this is
looks
one of
pretty cool.
these,
Yeah.
Korean shows that I'm finally being able to get into. They pump out a lot of stuff.
They do.
You know, a lot of horror, a lot of fantasy, and most of it falls flat. There's been some great ones, right?
There's some good ones.
The Kingdom,
for sure.
which was that zombie
yeah.
one, which was
For sure.
outstanding.
Yeah, a lot of
And-
like 2 or 3 zombie ones that have worked, I think.
Yes, I think this one's going to work. This is kind of
This looks cool. Yeah.
a little bit of Squid Game with samurai type action, which
Like Hunger Games, I think more like it. When it's like it's
well,
basically
okay. Sorry,
more like
Hunger
it's
Games,
a
Squid
bunch
Game,
of samurai
whatever.
they're brought together for a contest or something. Last man standing out. It's very simple premise, and everyone it's just, surviving for a life, right? So everyone's a lot of killings are gonna happen, of course. There's cool action, fascinating about the show that comes out on the 13th. Looking forward to that one. On the 14th on Prime, we got Malice. David Duchovny from X Files.
That's
fame,
correct,
of
yes.
course. Speaking of Gillian, who also wrote for that show. I think he hires, I guess, a nanny to take care of the house or whatever the case is, and he's not what he's supposed to be. Something like
Yes.
that. So whatever, we'll see. Amazon Prime is up and down. Netflix on the 14th, the last one that for next week is the Crystal Cuckoo.
International show,
International
Spanish.
show. A woman who had a heart transplant, and she gets
Vale.
invited. She gets invited back to the hometown, which the individual who donated the heart.
Or
And
you
of
deal.
course, there's a mystery in there. There's a mystery in the town, as always is, because you can't just donate a heart, nothing goes wrong. So that comes out on the 14th. The week after that, we got on Paramount. Paramount is busy Sundays, man, because
Landman.
Landman kind of season 2, really great show. Of course, Billy Bob Thornton on this one, about the oil tycoon or whatever the case is. Yeah, but damn, we got this, Mayor Kingstown, Tulsa King still going.
I know there's still and they got three shows at the same time. Like, dude, slow it
Yeah, slow
down.
it down. Wait, parent, relax. Come on, man. Let's let things breathe. There's a lot of Sundays. If you're Paramount Plus, I mean, it's exciting if you're Paramount Plus subscribers. A lot, There's a really three really great quality shows at Taylor Sheridan. So I'm excited about that one. On the 18th, we got Thoughts and Prayers documentary on HBO Max. This one, I guess.
I'm not sure if that's a movie or like a 2 or 3 episode series.
Yeah, probably
Um,
two or three. I mean, who knows? HBO
okay,
did do
yeah,
both.
it's just about the current climate. Well, probably for the last
Well,
15, 20 years, right,
20
since
maybe
Columbine.
at least. Yeah, yeah.
And looking at the not the gun culture, but the how we've reacted, right, as a society,
Hmm.
as students growing up in that climate, and what schools have done to prepare, or in the event of this happening, right, and so that
Yeah,
the more of the psychological effect on us. Growing up when we were kids,
yeah.
guns, someone coming to school with gun was the farthest thing from our minds, right?
Yeah, that's true.
uh and now it's like, no, it's at the forefront because it can happen and has and continues to happen, uh for whatever reason, very routinely now.
Yeah, it's almost like status quo. Almost like, it is what it is, right? The times have changed. It's not gonna be very interesting look into that. So I'm looking forward to it. On the 19th, we got speaking of animation, speaking of Prime, The Mighty Nane.
Hmm.
It kind of reminds me of the other show we like, Vox Machina.
A little bit, yes,
A little
yes,
bit
yes,
a
that's
group
correct.
of powerful individuals and they're here to save the world kind of thing. I
Hmm.
don't know, but
Cast the
hey,
characters,
yeah,
yeah, go for it.
exactly. So looking forward to that one. And then the 20th on Netflix, we got the Inside. Man, Man on the Inside. I'm sorry, not Inside Man.
Yeah, I was like, what? Great movie,
Nah,
but no, wrong show.
great movie, a fantastic movie.
Ted
Yeah,
Danson.
yeah. I kind of lost Chewie there, but we lost his visual, but that's okay. Either way, so yeah, this one here, Ted Danson, right, returning. I liked the first
Yes.
season; that was really good. Kind of a retired man who kind of takes job with a PI to infiltrate. Kind of
Well,
crazy,
yeah,
right? But
he's retired. He's looking for
yeah,
something to do, and then
yeah,
he hooks up with an investigator who needs someone of his ilk to infiltrate a retirement or
yeah, like a
semi-retirement home,
nursing home,
and he fits
exactly.
the bill, right? So, and he's happy to do it, and
Yeah,
so
it's a very nice show. It's
because
very funny. I like it.
yes,
Yeah, for
yes,
sure. So season
absolutely.
two. I almost forgot about this one. That's coming out. And then the 21st, we got The Age of Disclosure. This is on Prime, a documentary. I'm
Yes.
not sure what series or not. I guess for the conspiracy theorists out there, some more about I guess the aliens and the cover-ups and stuff like that. Am I wrong?
There's plenty of
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of conspiracists that ridiculously so that believe anything they see on TikTok. It's kind of funny. Kind of goes back, kind of comes, it comes, full circle. Where Kardashian saw a TikTok video, now believes that we didn't go to the moon. I was like, okay, that's the site we live in. To see a video on YouTube and it's like, it's the Holy Grail. It must be true.
And this is the person they decide to put at the head of all
Yeah,
stuff. Um,
exactly. Exactly.
we don't make
Not
this
Glenn
up, dude.
Close, not Oscar nominated and winning, actors or every winning actor. No, they put the reality TV show at front and center. Everyone else is a bit player. I'm like, oh my god.
You can't make this up, guys. It is what it is, man. We just They won us. I'll tell you, it won us. So yeah, so a lot of stuff coming out right before, of course, the holiday season truly begins. I guess once I think we got into Stranger Things is Thanksgiving now. Right?
Thanksgiving week, yeah, the
That's the way. Okay,
26th.
okay,
Maybe that Wednesday before Thanksgiving they dropped.
okay.
Is it 3 or 4? I can't remember how many episodes they dropped.
I think it's four, then three, then one. I think.
Okay.
Long episode. They're not 2 hour episodes like everyone thought. It's like an hour and
Well, the last two
60
episodes are 2 hours,
minutes
2 hours plus.
of the season or the first four dropping.
No, 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 no. I'm talking. When I looked at the run times, the last two were 2 hours each. So episode 7 is like
Oh, right. Like
153.
at the sure. Like the
Yeah,
early
yeah.
one.
I think
Yeah,
the
I got you.
first few episodes are 1 to 130.
Okay, that's what I
Still
thought.
pretty
So
long,
that's
for
still pretty
for
good for TV. That's super long, right? For Disney, that's like a whole series.
Yeah, I think the first
Um,
two are just about one, like 58 minutes and 103, and
okay,
then it goes like 120, and then the fourth one is like 131 or something like that.
okay.
I saw the run times yesterday, so
Of course, so we'll talk about that. I don't think they're releasing a lot of shows that week. Well, I don't know. But that said, up to then, there's a lot of stuff. We'll come back in Sunday to talk about the next shows coming out. Hopefully, there's some good stuff in there. we'll see, or maybe there's more all fair quality shows out there. I don't know.
Oh God! Oh, please
That
no.
said, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button.